Hey everybody, so here is our project for today. You are making an ocean scene as if you were laying on the ocean floor and looking up towards the sky. So, things to notice. We are using a value scale using the color blue. Shade is when you add black to a color, and tint is when you add white to a color. So, to get that effect, you're going to press lighter and harder as you go and add black to the blue to get that nice shade. For this project, you're going to start with a pencil and you're going to draw a small circle in the middle of the page. If you have something to trace, you could use a tracer or you can just freehand it. Continue drawing circles around the original circle. When you get to the end, you can draw a part of a circle just so it continues moving. Now we need to color the background using a value scale. I'm going to use shades blue because it's supposed to be the ocean, but even if you just have a pencil at home, you could do it in black and white. Here needs to be the closest tint. It's closest to white, and then it gets darker as it moves out until this is almost black. So as you can see, I started out lighter and now I'm coloring with a little more pressure so that it's a shade darker. Shade is when you add black to a color, and if we were painting, it would be easy to mix them together, but since we're using crayons and colored pencil, you can just use the pressure of the pencil to get the same effect. Okay, so now I'm pressing harder and I'm using a slightly darker shade of blue. And I'm just going to continue coloring around, but you can see that progression right there. Okay, so I finished coloring mine and then I cut it out in a circle using scissors if you have it. But I want to darken up this last edge here, so I'm actually adding black to it, which is what shades are, just to make it get darker, because pressing hard it kind of looks the same shade as the last one. So I just wanted to darken it up a little bit to make sure that you can see the progression. Okay, so this picture is a great example of value, but the way you're picturing it is, say you were laying at the bottom of the ocean looking up. The next step is to draw silhouettes of sharks and fish. Silhouettes are when you use only black because the sunlight is behind them. So when you're drawing on the outside, the fish are going to be bigger, and when you go towards the middle, they're going to get tinier. Now I'm using a Sharpie, but you can use paint, you can use a black crayon, you could use colored pencil, but the whole thing will be black. Alright, so I got one shark down, and I'm going to make them kind of all swimming in this circle. So the next one will be here, and it'll be a little smaller since it is in a little bit. Alright, I'm continuing to add some fish and sharks, and they get smaller as they get closer to the middle. So far I have 4 fish, but I think this area is missing something, so I'm going to do a big jellyfish. Alright, so I'm going to keep adding some sea creatures, and notice this jellyfish is big, but he's smaller than this shark because sharks are bigger than jellyfish. Alright, so this is the finished project. You need at least 10 figures in here. They need to be in silhouette form and proper proportion, just like we learned last project. And there needs to be value in the water.